Hey guys, RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of VLR, Virtue's Last Reward, or Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. Last episode, we basically got out of the room, the treatment room, I believe, or the treatment center space, finishing the puzzle, reading the golden document stuff, and then just getting out of there after getting all the materials we needed. And then we spoke briefly about what we found. We've encountered another sort of like situation where potentially Deal, I don't know if it's Deal exactly, but I think Deal might have activated the next voting round immediately as we got out of there. So essentially we only have like 45 minutes, which I don't know how much time we got left for the voting, but technically this is a path, this is a branching path that technically ends pretty abruptly, I guess, in a sense. There's no sort of like to be continued situation or anything like that, so it looks like it's just going to be like good and bad ending, and that's the end of that. But we finally reached back to the warehouse, floor A, the top floor warehouse, so we are gonna go through that and see what's gonna happen, because I'm just gonna blast through the voting stuff and finish out these endings, and again move to a different branch to close out the other branch that technically replays the same sort of like scenes that we've already seen so many times over already at this point. Anyways,
よかった。戻ってきたのね。
are we the last ones?
そうよ。
Temioji? There he is.
おい、Quarkはどうしたんじゃ?
Temioji's expression was furious, and from the way he was stomping toward me, I felt like I only had a few seconds before I was on the ground with his hands around my neck. I explained what had happened with Quark and the pods as quickly as I could. Yeah, we put Quark in the pod.
じゃが、その治療用ポッドとやらは本当に安心できる代物なのか?
Yep, he's just frozen in state, like whatever stasis the pods put him in. I mean, it's what it is, unfortunately, where these pods are the most safest thing for now, since we have no cure found.
多分ね。
多分?
No, they're definitely safe. He's
ど
fine.
っちなんじゃ?
I mean, if you want to go there yourself, you could. I mean, we're not going to stop you, but at the same time, voting is probably getting very close.
とにかくわしはクォークのことが気がかりじゃ。よつはその治療室とやらに案内してくれ。
でも。
Remember, he trusts. Yeah, in the previous parts of this scene, Tenmyoji said he's trusting Clover the most because he knows Clover the most somehow, but we don't know why exactly. But yeah.
大丈夫じゃ。投票の締め切り時刻までにはまだ20分はあるじゃろ。行って戻ってきても十分間に合う。
Oh, 20 minutes left. Okay, so yeah, then these scenes are probably going to be a lot shorter. Like, we're not going to be able to traverse too far off at this point. It had to be Clover.
わかったよ。じゃあ、ついてきて。
Alrighty. As soon as she finished, she was off. Temioji followed at her heels, but in the blink of an eye they were gone, out of the magenta door. I mean, either or, if Tenmyoji doesn't make it back, like, actually, is Tenmyoji paired? I just realized I don't think he's paired, I think he's solo. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so Kay is with Alice, while Deal is solo. That's the one I remember. And then it's Fi and Luna, and Tenmyoji is solo, I believe. So I think that even if Luna's there, Luna's not going to allow Fi to just give him the middle finger and just say betray him. So I don't think that's possible, though. Alright, you guys got some explaining to do.
何のことでしょう?
You opened the AB gates before Clover and I got back, didn't you? I want to know why the hell you'd go and do something like that.
シグマ、よく見ろ。
As she spoke, Fi gestured towards the line of AB rooms. Only one was open.
私たちが全員で扉を開けたわけじゃないんですよ。
So you're saying only one person or one pair jumped the gun here?
そうだ。
Well then, who was it?
俺だよ。 開けたのは。
Truth be told, I still knew it was gonna be Dio because he's done this before once, and so or maybe twice rather, and he still chooses to be stupid about it every time. I just want to see Dio suffer. I just haven't seen him suffer at all since the beginning of this game. I've only seen him like struggle to try to get out once with Kay when Kay got the full 9 points, but then that was the only time. But we never saw Dio truly suffer. Actually, maybe twice, because Kay and Dio fought in one of the branches, and Dio ended up getting jabbed by the spear. But in that particular space, I believe Kay kind of answered in kindness, I think. Because it was like they traded blows of trying to murder each other somehow. So it was you. Figured as much.
別に問題ないだろう。お前らが戻る前に開けたって。
Yeah, Dio. Yes, it is a big deal.
どうして？仮に締め切り時刻に間に合わなかったとしても、投票先が自動的に強力に設定されるだけで。
No, not just. Are you telling me you didn't know? Didn't you find one of these notes?
なんだよこれ。
We found this in the treatment center.
私たちが入った部屋、減圧室にはありませんでしたね。
Meaning they probably have something else entirely. They might either have like a tool that helps them or just hurt somebody, I think. Because I don't know what rooms people have went through, but technically, yeah, specific rooms will give them specific items, but they're not always gonna get the said items that we usually get. Sometimes it's these kind of notes where it's just obvious, but then it's like sometimes it's not.
私たちが探索した食料庫にもありませんでした。
Oh, they got the pantry. Huh. Well, whatever. You should really probably read it though.
ルールの補足 AB ゲーム編なんだウサ AB ゲームのあるラウンドにおいて対戦相手となるペア版ソロ版の双方が未投票のまま締め切り時刻を迎えてしまった場合その双方にはペナルティが課せられちゃうんだウサ言い換えるとペア版ソロ版の両者のうち少なくともどちらか一方は必ず投票を行わなければならないってことになるんだウサ
You get it now? If we hadn't gotten back in time, Clover, Quark, and I could have died. And you just...
わかったよ。悪かった。
No, your sorries are never forgiven, Dio. This is not the first time, Dio. You gotta understand, you haven't changed in any of these... This guy has not changed in behavior ever since the start of this game. He's always stayed by his stupidity, and he doesn't seem to ever change.
だが本当に知らなかったんだからしょうがないだろ。
No, it doesn't matter. And even then, I feel like his alternate self, like all his other versions of himself, all chose the same bullcrap dumbass moves, and it hurts everyone. I just hate it, including my character. Sigma has already died in one of the paths. It's just we couldn't be continued because we don't know what truth we need to figure out before doing something to Dio for his ending. So you wouldn't have opened the gate if you did.
当たり前じゃないか。何を言ってるんだお前は。
No, that lie's never gonna cut through to me, buddy. Alrighty. Now what?
ところでシグマ、お前たちが探索したのは治療室なんだよな。
Yeah. So this.
治療室というと、なんだか薬品の類が大量に保管されているようなイメージがある。
Not really.
そこにラジカル6の抗ウイルス薬、アクセラビルはなかったのか？
Oh, she's figuring out that she needed the cure for Quark even then. Yeah. It's not really that kind of place. It just had those pods, and that was it. Besides, if we'd find anything to cure Radical 6, we wouldn't have put Quark in the pod.
そうか。だとするとポットにはラジカル6の感染症を治療する能力があると。
Unfortunately, no. No, unfortunately. I just like how I said, unfortunately, no. And he said it the other way around. No, unfortunately.
無理なの？
Oh, well, it said so on the screen next to the pods. Something about how it could provide relief from the symptoms, but it can't actually cure the disease. That's better than nothing, though. Oh, right. There's one more thing about the pods I should tell you. As quickly as I could, I explained what the records had said about the pod's occupants and their cold sleep.
Cold sleep?
つまり私たちのうちの3人は氷漬けにされていた可能性があるということですか？
Could be. I mean, I think definitely Clover and Alice were probably cryogenically frozen, I think. Because the reason why I think so is because those two are like the characters from the past game, and potentially they were like kidnapped and frozen in place. Because Alice also mentioned in one of the other branch that she was trying to chase after some terrorist groups, and Clover is probably her partner, so she followed after her anyways. And the terrorist group probably trapped those two specifically, but we don't know who the hell the third person would be. My assumption is Kay, though, on the other hand, because Kay seems like the type of person who probably we would know about, or somebody very important. Like, he could be potentially the part of the terrorist group if that story plays out throughout the other parts, if they were sort of the same, I guess, but we don't know for sure. We're not certain about anything here. If you could trust what we read, yeah.
誰なのよ、その3人って。
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It didn't say who they were, or when they were frozen.
なあ、一つ確認させてくれ。そのコールドスリープというのは、人体を凍結保存する機能なんだよな。つまりクマやカエルが冬眠するのとは違って、体をガチガチに凍らせるものだと。
Yeah, I think so.
すると心臓はどうなる？
What?
コールドスリープにかけられている間は、停止することになるのではないか。
心臓が止まれば、その人のバングルは外れるようになってるんだわさ。
Oh, I don't think that's true though. If the heart stopped while in cryogenic sleep, they could just easily not put the bracelet on first. They would put the bracelet on after they pulled them out. It doesn't make any sense that they would just put it in there, put it on their bodies, and then shove them into the freaking pods. So, if we could go into cold sleep, our bracelet would come off.
で、その後すぐに解凍すりゃいいってわけか。
Interesting. So they are thinking about pausing our heart so they can remove the bracelet. Huh.
ポッドは3台あるって言ってたわよね。
だとすると、9人で順番にそれを行ったとしても、3回で済みますよ。
But I don't think it will come off, because I think that if anything, it's probably frozen tight onto the person's wrist.
しかし皆さんはいいでしょうが、私は。
Oh yeah, that's true, because it's attached weirdly on his body. The armor.
まあ、なんとかなるんじゃない？とにかく行ってみましょう。話はそれからよ。
わかりました。
Well, after the vote, people, don't just crowd into the room because you found the solution, because at this point, the voting is going to have to happen, or else everyone's going to die before even being frozen in place. We only have 20 minutes. People, come on, dude. Oh, they're here.
ちょっと!
Give me a second. Let me see the flow. Nothing. Okay. There's nothing in flow here. Seems like something's happening.
コールドスリープの機能が使えなくなってるってどういうことよ？
Really?
すみません。
何もルナが謝ることはなかろう。単にゼロボスかゼロウサギが機能にロックをかけたというだけのことじゃ。
Yeah, because once he saw that something was happening, its functionality probably altered to stop doing that after the first initial use, I think. But when Clover and I were here, it worked.
コールドスリープの機能、使えたよね。
だからその後でゼロの野郎が細工したってことだろ。
Yeah.
たく、浮かれて損したぜ。
確かによくよく考えてみれば、コールドスリープを使ってバングルを外すなどという抜け道をゼロが見逃すはずはないですよね。
Probably not. He might have done it on purpose, for sure.
あるいは私が口に出してしまったのがまずかったのかもしれん。
Yep. And now we're wasting our time being here when we're gonna be cutting down to like, what, 5 minutes? I bet anything it's gonna be like very quick to the ending here, because by the time we finish talking about bullcrap here, it's gonna be 5 minutes left and we have to vote immediately.
それをゼロウサギに聞かれてしまって。
いずれにせよ、残念な結果になってしまいましたね。
残念。本当にそう思ってんのかよ。内心はホッとしてんじゃねえのか。お前のその体じゃコールドスリープにはかけられないかもしれねえからな。
なんてことを言うんですか。私は本当に。
We wouldn't be as petty as Deal? Yeah, of course. It's kind of obvious that Deal's the type of guy who would do that. Before Kay could finish, the announcer's voice echoed through the facility. 5 minutes.
アンビデックス
10.
ゲーム
Okay.
投票の締め切りまで残り10分です。プレイヤーは速やかに投票を済ませてください。所定の時刻までに投票を行わなかった場合、未投票者の選択は協力に設定されます。
ねえ、時間が迫ってるよ。そろそろ戻らないと。
わしはここに残るぞい。
Wait. If he's gonna stay here, then that means he's automatically going to ally anyways? Well, I mean, he wants to stay here, obviously, to save Quark, or at least protect Quark from whatever problems.
クォークを置いていくわけにはいかんからな。
Yeah, that makes sense.
おい、何を寝ぼけたこと言ってんだ、ジジイ。そろばんであるあんたの対戦相手はファイとルナのペア。もしかしたら二人に殺されちまうかもしれないんだぞ。
But guess what? Luna's there with 1 point as well, so if anything, ally is the best choice for the individuals in those party, because Luna doesn't want to die, and she's not going to ever feel that threat, so she wouldn't ever want to feel the fire of betrayal.
わしの BP が1じゃからか。
そうだ。あんたが次のラウンドを棄権したら、投票先は自動的に強力に設定される。
And?
だからファイとルナが裏切りを選んだら、
我々は裏切りなど選ばん。強力に投票するつもりだ。
ええ。初めからそのつもりでしたし、天明寺さんが棄権するのであれば、なおさらです。
ルナさんの BP も、天明寺さんと同じく1。ですから、本来であれば、安全策をとって裏切りに、となるところですが、天明寺さんは協力で確定しているのですから、ルナさんたちも安心して協力を選べると。
ええ。
まあそういうことじゃ。わしはファイとルナを信じておる。必ず強力に投票してくれるとな。
I think he trusts Luna more than Fi, of course. Fi was part of the party that... Fi and I was the one who voted betray on him, so... But I chose the betray, of course. Sounds good. Okay, then, Tenmyoji, you can take care of Quark.
お前さんに言われるまでもない。
Yeah, I don't know why we need to tell him
片
that.
時も目を離さずに見守っておるよ。
さあみんな、時間がないわ。行きましょう。
Ikimashou, indeedo. Wait, why is there one door not open? Back at the Floor A warehouse, we open the AB rooms. Oh, because Quark is one of them, I forgot.
投票の締め切りまで残り4分です。
Yeah, because Quark and Tenmyoji are both solos, and so they both have the doors not open. Yeah, that's fair. I just forgot because it's been a while. Alright, Clover. We should probably head into... Yeah, we're gonna have to decide on if we want to get out early. But then again, I bet anything, Clover's gonna knock me out with that weird surge, the weird injection gun, and then get out of the whole Nonary games without me. I feel like that's been the pain point of this whole. It's been the pain point of this whole
ねえシグマ、
branching part.
B 階の倉庫で言ったこと覚えてる？
It's always been the whole point of like all the endings so far that in this game, that is like they're making sure Sigma never gets out, ever. And it's kind of disappointing to see, at least, because there's just not a single ending where Sigma can just get out in general and not die or get knocked out or whatnot. Because there was one time where he was able to almost get out, but then Phi had to go out and knock him out or something. It's ridiculous. And then we never got to see the end of it, of course. Yeah. Yeah. You told me that we should betray Quark since we might not get another chance like this. Right?
あれ、撤回してもいい?
I knew it. I just had a feeling. She's just like, no, never mind. I feel sorry because Tenmyoji was like there to just trust me or whatever. Huh?
治療室で天明寺さんと話してちょっとだけ考えが変わったの。
Yeah, I had a feeling.
やっぱり私たちは協力を選んだ方がいいと思う。
Hey, that's more than just a little bit. That's like someone trading a Shizu for a German Shepherd. I'm guessing it's a breed of dog for another breed of dog. What the hell happened with you two? Did he say something to you?
それは
He probably did.
言えないの。
Oof, every single time.
どうしても
Why? なんで? どうして?
多分話しても笑われるだけだと思うし。
Laugh? Oh god. I'm already laughing here. I won't laugh.
本当に?
Promise.
でもやっぱり言えない。
Hey, come on.
約束もしちゃったし、絶対に誰にも言わないって天明寺さんと。
Oh. Well, we gotta vote anyways, still. Alright, fine. Hai, wakatta. I won't ask about it again. But Tenmyoji doesn't really have anything to do with this, right? Our opponent is Quark.
関係あるよ。だって天明寺さんにとってクォークは大切な存在だし、クォークを裏切るってことは要するに天明寺さんを裏切るのと同じで。
True, but Quark is not gonna die if he is betrayed here, if anything. Quark's just going to end up being, like, stuck in the pod. And stuck with this group in general. Just even then with me and Clover leaving, or being able to leave, like, if I leave, it's okay already, but by that point, she would have to either go or come with me, or just don't go at all. So, that's what I think.
ほら、覚えてない？赤、青、緑の CD に分かれて進むとき、天明寺さんはこんなことを言ってたでしょ？
わしは今誰のこともと言ったが、実は一人だけ信頼できる人間がおるんじゃ。四つ葉じゃよ。
Yeah, I remember that.
とにかくお前さんならばクオークを安心して任せることができる。
私、そんな風に言ってくれた人のこと裏切るなんてできないよ。
You seem pretty ready to betray him back on floor B.
だからあれは天明寺さんが何者なのか知らなかったからで。
Oh, interesting. So she knows his real identity, Tenmyoji. Oh ho! So you're saying you know who Tenmyoji really is?
天明寺さんが話してくれたことが本当だとしたらね。
1 minute.
投票の締め切りまで残り1分です。
I want to go for the betray first and then go to ally, because I think that betray would be a much more bad ending towards thing, I guess.
シグマ、お願い。協力を選んで。
You aren't going to try and vote yourself?
だってどうせ装置の前に駆け寄っても首根っこを掴まれて引きずり戻されるだけでしょ。
Wait, what? How? How am I gonna throw her off?
力ではシグマにはかなわないもん。
Oh.
だから
Why would you expect me to throw punches after the fact that you chose to vote? This just makes no sense to me personally. It makes no sense, honestly. Alright. Wakata. With that, I turn to face the voting machine. The question was, what should I do? What would I do? Ally or betray? Just as Clover had said, betraying Quark was like betraying Tenmyoji. That wasn't even taking into consideration that Quark was just a kid. And he was infected with a deadly disease that would almost certainly kill him if he didn't do something. If we didn't do something. How could I betray someone like that? Only a monster would take advantage of a helpless child for their own gain. On the other hand, what Yotsuba, Clover, had said in the warehouse on floor B was true. It was unlikely that I'd get a chance like this again. If I chose betray, then I have 9 BP. I would be able to escape this godforsaken hellhole. No, you won't.
投票の締め切りまで残り10秒です。
I'm pretty sure neither parts will allow me to escape either ways. So, what would my choice be? What would I do? Ally or betray? I chose
3、2、
Ichi. Betray first, because that's gonna be the bad ending anyways. I want to see the bad ending anyways. I don't want to see the good ending yet, or the weird, decent
アンビデ
ending.
ックスゲーム第2ラウンド終了。
I honestly also hope that it's not going to be like a weird extension after choosing ally, because that'd be so weird to just know that there's a few more
結
places.
果は倉庫内のディスプレイに表示されます。
It'd be so weird to see like an extra part of that branch extend forward again, and I'm just like pissed because I just don't want it more flow after that.
お疲れ様でした。アンビデックスゲートを開放します。
But I bet they hid or hide the extension part of the left side, of course. I have a feeling they did.
シグマ、どっちを選んだの？
Oh, she didn't even see me choose? You didn't see me push the button?
うん。
Huh. Well, you'll know in a moment. What you want to do after this is up to you. You can come with me if you want, or you can stay here. Your choice.
それってもう裏切りを選んだって言ってるようなもんじゃん。
Why would you grin, you dumbass? I grinned and headed towards the display.
Ambidex ゲーム第2ラウンドの結果を発表します。
I bet there's gonna be like a weird twist where somebody actually voted. Like Quark actually got up and like voted for himself.
一度画面にご注目ください。
I bet it would be interesting to see Quark just being like voting randomly somehow. Just like Alice did when she woke up from the cure. Oh, they did choose betray. That's cool. That's fair. Yeah, they did choose betray, which makes sense to what happens to that first group.
結果は以上のように確定しました。各自バングルの数字をご確認ください。
No deaths anywhere, but technically me and Clover can get out if we wanted.
Yotsuba, これは一体どういうこと？
Alice is blaming Clover here.
ごめん。
It's not Clover's fault, it's my choice.
でも投票したの私じゃないんだ。
シグマなのね。
うん。
シグマ、どういうことなのか説明してくれる？
What's there to explain? It's exactly what it looks like. I'm getting out of here.
なんだと？
四つ葉さんも一緒に？
Well, she could stay, but she's gonna be trapped here forever, technically.
私は
What does she expect? Or what does she want to do? When they all turned to look at Clover, I made my move. Run! Run! Run for it! I just love how he just starts running for the first time to get to it. Because it happened on the other side where he didn't run, he just walked over to the thing. My feet pounded across the metal floor at the warehouse as I ran for the number 9 door.
おい、待て!
Wait, why are you yelling me to stop? He'd have to do better than shout if he wanted to stop me. It was closer. I was almost there. I took one last final running leap and slammed into the wall, then unlocked the device right in front of me. With a yell of triumph, I threw the lever down. Technically, Clover can't get out with me, though. Technically, Clover can't get out if she didn't put her hand to scan it, I think. The door began to open. A heavy metallic grinding noise filled the room.
くそ、あの野郎マジで開きやがった。
His voice sounded almost surprised. I turned to face him. Come inside. But it looks like this is goodbye.
Sigma.
Don't worry. I'll go to the police as soon as I get out and come back with help. I'm not going to just leave you all here to die.
嘘つくな。
Deal.
口元が緩んでるじゃねえか。
Really? Maybe you should get your eyes checked.
おいみんな、奴をこのまま行かせちまっていいのか？
ダメよ。許せないわ。病人であるクォークが投票できないのをいいことに裏切りを選ぶなんて、そんなのあまりにも卑怯よ。
同感だな。
私もそう思います。
よし、それじゃ決まりだ。奴をとっ捕まえるぞ。いいな。
分かったわ。
了解だ。
任せてください。
Hey now, don't do anything you'll regret. This door only opens once, you know. If you stop me, then
観念しろシグマ。行け！
then no one's gonna get out. Yeah. Crap. I spun back around to face the door. There it was, right in front of me. Freedom. I leapt for it. Or at least I tried. Oh god, they tackled him down. It happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly my cheek was being pressed against the cold steel floor of the warehouse. Sheesh, that was a loud grinding noise that I could barely hear the people speak.
9の扉が開放されました。9の扉閉鎖まで残り9秒です。
9 seconds. Jeez, how am I gonna get out in 9 seconds? Also, I would say this much, is that, yes, if this door closes and we don't get out, then we're screwed because nobody can get out ever again. And this results in the bad ending anyways. But at the same time, I do think Clover will get out instead. Like, she'll walk out in my place, I think. Because of the fact that, she sees that everyone's taking advantage. But also, not only that, this is so unfair, though, because I feel like the game developers, or the writer, is just being such an ass to the... Well, not being an ass, but, like, he's trying to make it so difficult to just get Sigma's ending to be, like, at least a decent ending of getting out for once. Like, just one time getting out that is not related to this main story. Like, like a non-canon story. Like an ending that he just gets out and he just sees like destruction or something. That would be understandable to get out at least once. But no, like the writer is just like, no, we don't want the player to ever get out. It's like Dio got out in one of the endings at least. And guess what? Nobody stopped him. Instead, my character ended up dying from the bracelet poison. It's like, why can't my character at least get out once at least, you know? Without having to be just the weird true ending thing. If it is one. Crap. Let me go. Let me go. God damn it. I could feel something huge, heavy, and metal pressed against my back. Kay had to be holding me down. I flailed and kicked, but it didn't do any good. What are you doing? You're just killing yourselves. The door only opens once if I don't...
わかってるわ。四つ葉、行きなさい。
Oh, yeah, see, I told you. I knew it was Clover who was gonna go through. It's so strange that everyone trusts Clover more than my character. It's just so stupid.
私たちの中で BP が目標値に達してるのはあなたしかいないの。つまりあなたしかこの先には進めないってこと。
でも
これは上官の命令よ。
But she didn't pull the lever with the scanning. She needs to scan with the character in order to get out, I thought.
あなたが外に出て助けを呼んでくるの。
そんな。
いいからしのごの言わずに行きなさい。扉が閉まったらもう終わりなのよ。誰一人ここを出ることはできなくなるわ。
You know what? This is more than 9 seconds. I don't get how you're able to like still be talking.
だから
door had already begun to close. The space was narrowing quickly, but was still wide enough for a single person to make it through.
分かったわ。それじゃ仕方がないわね。
Kick her out of there. I couldn't see what had happened, but I heard enough to guess. Alice had shoved Clover through the door. Looking up, I could see Yotsuba's Clover's feet just beyond the doorway.
アリス、
お願い、助けを呼んできて。頼んだわよ。
アリス、アリス、アリス。
9の扉を閉鎖しました。これにてノナリーゲームは終了となります。お疲れ様でした。なお、ゲームの終了に伴い、施設内にある9の扉以外のすべての扉は開放されます。どうぞごゆっくりとお過ごしください。残りの余生をこの施設の中で。
Bad end. Just say bad end. I don't want any more extra anything. There he goes. Game over. I'll take it. That was so much in, like, ridiculous, I guess. Alright, so let's save on another save. I'm probably going to end the episode here for now. Return. So, I'll end it here for now. We're going to rewind back up to this, actually. I'll just do that right now. And then we'll start off the next episode in this part. It will be just a very quick thing, I guess. But let me press start at least. Yes.
ねえ、シグマ。
Okay.
B 階の倉庫で言ったこと覚えてる？
Okay, so I'm gonna save here again anyways, just because I want to use that as like a point to start for the next episode. If I ever take a break, I'm not taking a break. I'm taking another episode anyways for the session. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode if you guys want to see what the other ending is. I don't know if this is. I don't feel like this is gonna end like a bad ending would. I think if anything, I think this is going to extend itself just like this one right here, where it's just like there's another like block, but it's not a block, it's actually going to be like an extension of like this thing just going forward and stuff, which is kind of sad if it is, because that means I have to spend more time on this one branch that didn't feel like they needed that much more to it. I just feel like if anything this should just be like an explanation to this path, which is what Deal's ending looks like. But I guess that's what it is. And then once we're done with this particular left side, then we'll move on to this branch here, as I said in the previous episode. So anyways, that's it for this episode anyways. See you guys in the next one, and we'll see what happens. Roz, out.